Hey everyone, Greaser Rock Guy here again, coming to you with another Transformers review. And today we're taking a look at the Classics line and Universe line reborn in the form of Generations. And today, the Generations figure I'll be focusing on is Drift. Now, I know a lot of people do not like the character Drift from the miniseries All Hail Megatron. It's a comic book series, I've never read it, but I don't really care. I don't know, if I had to go buy this toy alone, then I'd say Drift is awesome, but I know that he's kind of a jerk in the comics or something. Anyway, but he is very cool. He is one of those Japanese, really into it kind of guys, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, but, let's just say he likes culture. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at the actual guy here, though. As you can see, he is outfitted with a humongous, enormous sword, which is very awesome. And also two other little mini swords in here as well, which is very, very awesome. And wait until you see his alt mode. Anyway, let's take a look-see. Okay, so let's take a look at what this guy's got going on here. Well, hidden in amongst his enormous shoulders, his little tiny head's in there, but actually it's a pretty cool looking head too. But I'll get to that in a minute. His chest is here, but it just, I don't know, it's a little tiny chest, and you'd think with all this huge shoulders and shins and everything, this guy would have at least a big burly man chest. But nope, it's a little one with a window screen, so it kind of shows off his junk inside, so that's kind of weird. But still, nice little Autobot insignia up there. It's red, not gray, that's cool. Neat feet, which are actually a little difficult to get to understand when you first get them out, because they're actually quite different from any other feet I've seen, but these feet will do fine. And as for his sword, you can it's about as long as he is. And what you can do is, if you're feeling like you want to store it some way in some sort of a cool Japanesey, is that a word, Japanesey? I don't know, but in a Japanesey scabbard sort of way, you can just kind of squeeze it right in there. But the problem is that since this sword is made out of some sort of weird rubber that really kind of stays the exact same shape no matter what position you put it in, it'll tend to get a little bent and bowed like this. So you may not want to actually do that in case you actually ruin the sword, which would not be cool. Now, aside from this considerable slashing sword, Drift is also outfitted with two other small ones that fit inside of his scabbards, which become his doors on his alt mode. Now that is totally cool. I mean, hidden weapons on the inside. They're very cool indeed. Just take them out and you fit them back in like so. And they're very cool. Double wielding sword. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, of course the other sword's cool, but these two things are awesome. I mean, you can just do all kinds of things. And with this guy's crazy pulsability, you can get him to do just about anything you want him to. I mean, too, he can do running, and he can do squatting, or you could go all crazy and do the Executioner style. And yes, he can hold his sword with both hands. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know Drift may be old news, but I still think he's one of the coolest of this entire series. So, without further ado though, you cannot be ready for this car mode. And here we go. Oh, yes, I think so! Look at this thing! Now, I'll admit, I'm usually more of a jet person, meaning I get more excited about another Seeker instead of another Sideswipe repaint. But there are some very few Autobot cars that get my attention mighty fast, and this, in fact, is one of them. I mean, look at this. You wouldn't think white and red would go all that well, and much less be cool, but it is. I mean, I can't explain it. It just is. It looks so neat and new and quiet and cool. And if you're wanting to, you can stick the sword under here, like this, but like I said, it bends the sword a bit, and so you have to be real careful. And it doesn't impede its rather good rolling ability. I mean, look at that thing. This rolls like a car. It's really cool. I love it when they actually work. That's neat. So yes, this is probably by far one of the best car modes I've ever seen in Transformers history. Now, you may not agree with that, but still, just my own personal opinion. So yeah, awesome. So in recap, I just want to say that this guy is absolutely awesome. Drift, you're just wonderful. Now, I know he may be a jerk in the comics, but I know a repaint that would go awfully well with this guy. We'll be getting to him later. But this, for now, is one of the best cars I own. Okay, that's as simple as that. So, oh, and I like the little Japanese insignia on there too. That's pretty cool. Japanese term for drift. Okay. Anyway, very cool white car mode. Definitely recommend getting this guy because he's just awesome. So run out and get Drift as fast as you can. I'm Creature Kai, this is Drift, and I'll see you later.